in this episode.
It's okay. I have the title back now.
You do. So there you guys have it. I know that everybody was eagerly awaiting to hear
about the coloring contest.
The details of the coloring contest.
They're going to be like, get Nan off the podcast. We don't care.
In an obtuse world, Mark and Jefe will combine military, law enforcement, and general FUD knowledge to keep you vertical. Welcome to the Live, Laugh, Larp podcast.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Thanks for swinging by another edition of the Live, Laugh, Larp podcast. We really do appreciate you swinging on in to check things out. We have to say a huge Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully, if you're listening to this on the 1st of January, we wish you a wonderful New Year. This episode is going to be a little bit different than what we've ever done in the past because, to be frankly honest with you, I don't have anything prepared. I did record last night with a really good friend, but unfortunately ended up being kind of a CF from the beginning. And we'll talk about that here in just a second. And ultimately, when I tried to start editing this, it ended up being corrupted. The audio was corrupted, so I couldn't use it. So we're calling a Omaha, I guess. So that means audible.
Omaha means audible?
Yeah. So when Peyton Manning would scream Omaha, it was part of his like hike cadence, and then he would audible the play as well.
Huh.
So there you go.
Fun fact for the day.
We have a fun fact of the day. Also, we have Nan.
We do have Nan.
We have a sick Nan.
I have a sinus infection Nan.
Sinus infection Nan. Sinus infection Nan gave sinus infection Mark a sinus infection. So thanks. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Love you.
Yeah. So I'm not as bad as she is by no means, but I can feel it coming on. And so hitting the vitamin C a lot. So what happened yesterday, like I said, we recorded, we had about 2 hours worth of recording. It was going to be a part one of a 2-part series. It started off with Jefe not being able to join us because of some wonderful family things. He has a new addition to his family. So
he does. Her name is Clark.
Congratulations to Jefe and his wonderful wife. And they now have a new lovely young
lady in their lives.
Yeah, exactly. So needless to say, we are just kind of doing this on the fly, and want to make sure that Jefe has time to get everybody settled as they basically welcome their new member to the family. So congratulations to you, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Love you. Hope everything's going well. So he wasn't able to attend the recording that we worked on last night. And our guest, Jake, he was just an awesome dude. Had a great conversation, and then we said our goodbyes and off he went. He's local, so we can redo the podcast no problem. I've just got to figure out what's going on with my audio setup. And then when I started editing this morning, it was not working. So I was like, great, that's wonderful. You could hear me, but you couldn't hear him. And I'm sure that it has something to do with the audio interface that we have. We now, instead of having a 2 feed, we have a 4 feed, and he was on number 3 for the number 3 input, and it just wasn't working. So lesson learned, check the audio before we start recording and spend 2 hours talking about things it's actually a really, really, really good conversation.
Yeah, you guys did sound like you were having fun.
It was a good time. It was a really good time. So Jake, if you're listening to this, I do apologize. We're going to make it up to you. And he also ended up gifting a bottle of Basil Hayden's, man. I mean, like, this dude. Now I feel guilty. I feel bad.
We fed him beer.
We did feed him beer, but
we'll have more beer for him.
Yeah, we'll always have more beer. But anyway, just move that mic a little bit closer to you. You know
well, I'm trying not to breathe into it.
It doesn't matter. There you go. Thanks. We'll make sure that Hefe gets that mic.
It's gross.
So what I wanted to first do is say a huge Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you're going to start off 2025. I hope that you guys have goals set for yourself in 2025. I'm not a huge New Year resolution fan. However, as you are listening to this, this is my 366th day without a soda.
Did you start New Year's last year?
I did. Yeah. New Year's Day last year. No more soda.
So then this is 365.
As they're listening to it,
Oh.
it's 366.
Okay.
You see,
Assuming you don't have one tomorrow. Are you going to have one tomorrow?
No.
You said you were just going to try to make it a whole year.
Yeah, no, I'm done. And then tomorrow, New Year's Day starts no energy drinks. So
more coffee.
Mm-hmm. It's coffee. That's it.
That'll
That's,
be
my
terrible for my
intake
world.
will be coffee only.
Really, the energy drinks are going to kill him, so it's fine.
Yeah. So, and then I will probably scale my. I mean, this isn't tied to a New Year's resolution, but I would like to start scaling back my alcohol intake as well. So, no more drunken Mark stupors. So it happens all the time.
It does not happen all the time. It happens like once a year, and that's completely acceptable.
Is it?
Yeah, because you're not crazy.
I'm crazy like a fox.
You're excitable.
Yeah. You guys will probably hear a little munchkin in the background. That is the little Fit and Fire. She made it out for the holidays, so she's going to probably be dropping in. There you go. You get her little Mystery Science Theater 3000 commentary in the background. And then we have a new addition to the family.
We do have a new addition.
Yep. We have a new cat to the family.
He brought him home. Don't let that cat throw you off.
Yeah. Well, I was just following orders because I have a text message that says in all caps and exclamation points, bring him home. So
that is true. That is valid. That did happen.
Following orders.
I was still kidding because I really didn't think that was even a possibility to bring the kitten home.
Following orders. Gentlemen, for those of you who are out there and you have a partner in your life, just follow orders. It makes everything so much more easier. So
you do love him.
And I can shift all blame off of me because I didn't make that decision.
Not true. Not true.
So actually, he's a pretty cool cat. The story behind him, for those of you who are interested, friend of mine ended up rescuing this cat. He had figured out a way to hide in the bed of a truck. Now you would think, oh, well, he just jumped on tailgate and then jumped in the bed of the truck. No, he found a way to hide on the underside of the bed of said truck. So when my friend was visiting a archery shop that's not necessarily local to us, it's about an hour drive, but he got out of his vehicle and heard this cat just meowing, screaming, meowing, whatever you want to say, and trying to figure out where it was coming from, and then finally got up underneath the truck, found this cat. Was a lot smaller than he is now, but barely, I don't know. We seem to think he was
he thought he was 7 or 8 weeks old when he rescued him, but in reality he was about 4 months old.
4 months old. So still pretty much still a kitten. Still acting like a kitten now. And he went into the archery shop and asked the owner of the truck, "Hey, your cat's, hiding in your truck." And he's like, "I don't have a cat." So this menace, you'll get why I'm saying that here in just a second. This menace freaking hid in this dude's truck without him knowing, and then took a ride of the lifetime down the highway to get to this archery shop. Because unless he was local, which I don't think he was, at least that's what it didn't sound like he was anyway. He rode on the highway, and when my buddy pulled the cat out from the bed of the truck, he was all matted in dirt and wet and shivering and cold and everything else. So
He brought him home.
brought him home, and about a week later, we found out that he had tapeworms.
No, Chip brought him home, kept him
Well,
for a month,
Yes,
pawned him off on us.
pawned him off on us. Yeah. So my friend does Euro mounts, and I had a buck that I salvaged and was able to get the skull Euro mounted. It was hit by a car. The sheriff's department gave me a salvage tag, and then I had my buddy Chip decide to. He does it kind of as a side business thing. He makes Euro mounts and tried to pawn them off when I dropped the head off.
We said no.
We said no. And then about
The first thing that he said when we walked up to the store was, "Hey, do you want a cat?"
Yep. So if you guys didn't hear that, my daughter chimed in with the first thing that Chip said to us as soon as we pulled up into his drive to pick up my Euro mount was, "Hey, do you guys want a cat?" Or no. He said,
"Are you here to pick up the cat?"
"You're here to pick up the cat, aren't you?" That's what he said. Yeah. So, and I immediately was like, yeah, that's funny. No, we're not here to that. And
90 minutes later.
Yeah, an hour later, 90 minutes later, we now have a new cat. Brought him home, and then after him being home for a week, we found out that he had tapeworms. So,
Yep,
that's awesome. Got him dewormed. He's healthy,
neutered,
and
living his best life.
He is
his best kitten life. In a pouch that I carry him around in my sweatshirt that was given to me for Christmas by said Mark, who does not like the cat, which is completely untrue because he loves this cat.
I hate this cat. I hate him. He sleeps all day, and then about 7:00 at night, he decides that he wants to get up and just be rambunctious for the next 4 or 5 hours. So at about 7 p.m., he turns into the Phantom Menace. So
his name is Phantom for all of those of you who
I don't think
were
I
not
mentioned
told that. Nope.
Yep.
He is all black, not an ounce of white on him except for maybe a little bit in his eyes.
His bumhole.
It's not white. But he is all black and he is adorable and he's a good boy.
He's a good cat. I will say that. Still hate him. Good cat.
He doesn't hate him. He loves him. He comes to check on him all the time. Don't let Mark fool you.
Look, I got to provide for the family. All right. I got to make sure everybody's safe. That's the job. That's the job of the paterfamilias.
That's a word.
That is a word. Haven't you seen "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou"?
Yes, you made me watch it.
I'm the goddamn paterfamilias. Don't you remember that? You remember? Stay out of the Woolsworths. So there we go. I got her. She's dying.
Sorry, guys.
Yep. So
it's just going to happen today.
Yep. So I thought we take since we're trying to make lemonade out of lemons here. I thought that maybe we talk about what is coming up for the podcast for 2025. We've got a lot of great opportunities this year. Like I said, we've got a new audio interface that is going to allow us to have guests live instead of having to feed through like StreamYard or something like that remotely. So that is something that I'm excited for. We have SHOT Show coming up.
We do.
In 21 days, 19 days.
And I better be better by then.
You better be better.
I will be better.
Okay. And this will be Nan's first time. She's going to go as the camera lady.
Mm-hmm.
So
sure I am.
Make sure you bring your stilettos and your push-up bra.
I don't own stilettos.
You don't own stilettos.
Correct. I think every woman owns a push-up bra.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Coriana, do you own a push-up bra?
Can she legally be considered a woman at 15?
Yes.
I guess she could get married with parental consent in Kansas.
She could. See?
I'm not kidding. At 14.
I know it's a real thing.
It shouldn't be.
That's there. So welcome to the shit show.
Right? Welcome to the conversations our household has.
Yeah. So needless to say, SHOT Show coming up. Make sure you have comfortable shoes.
I will.
You will have You will have to have comfortable shoes.
I'll wear tennis shoes.
There were booths. I will say that speaking of stilettos, I think it was my first SHOT Show. One of the firearm manufacturers that I do a lot of videos for, and I'm not going to say who, but at that time,
I know who it is.
yeah, they had women in black dresses wearing push-up bras and in stilettos and like high heels. I don't know if they're in stilettos or not, but they're high heels anyway. And they were working the booth, and they were there every single day
for probably 8 hours on their feet.
Eight at least. Well, let's see. SHOT closes down around 4:30.
What time does it open?
And then it opens at 9.
9 to 5 is 8 hours.
I suppose, yeah, I guess that's right.
I mean, they could have taken them off for lunch, but...
Yeah. But let me tell you, so I do hat tip those ladies.
Yeah, that hurts your feet.
But I will say that not a good look. Not a good look.
Not what I want for my life.
Well, I mean, maybe if they were in a booth at the AVN Awards in the convention that they have, but not at SHOT Show.
Yeah.
Well, maybe some of the guys. Maybe I know that there was a lot of gentlemen
I'm sure.
that were very happy that they were there, but if a company wants to be taken seriously, you don't do that.
No.
Now, what you do,
you said do.
I did, is you give away free beer.
Yeah.
And we got an invite today for free beer. So
from said company?
No, it's a different company.
Okay.
Actually, I don't even know who this company is, but they sent me an invite, and I'm like, I'll be there.
Sure. Free
beer. So. So there is SHOT Show. We will be sharing an Airbnb with Jacob from Gun Quality Enforcement, formerly AK Quality Enforcement. H-Town Werewolf, Rodrigo will be joining us. It's his very first SHOT Show, so I'm excited for him. And then Kyle from Gear Know-How, great dude, just salt of the earth type of guy, does great content. And so I'm excited to get us all together. Joe from Firearms Freedom and Freedom Foil Podcast will hopefully be swinging by. So,
I'm excited to finally meet him.
Yep.
Because
you did not decide that you wanted to stop talking with Kat. So that's why you didn't get a chance to meet him.
Because you didn't tell me who you were going to talk to. You just left.
That's incorrect. I said, I'm going to go over there and talk to Joe before he
I don't
leaves.
think you said Joe. You just said, oh, look, there's so-and-so. And then you went over there.
That's not how I remember it. It's my truth.
Sure. It's not my truth.
That's right.
It's not my truth.
I'm not the NPC here. So, for those of you who are listening and think that I'm just being a huge douche to Nan, this is how we banter. This is all day, every day. And when Nan finally gets enough of it, she usually just tells me to F off. And then
it's true. That does happen occasionally.
And then I quit. So we got a couple different parties to go to. The guns.com party is always an interesting ride, to say the least. We've got Vertex has invited us to a party. I think that there's going to be a FPC party, which will be interesting.
FPC means
Firearms Policy Coalition.
Oh, okay.
You'll know.
I'll know eventually.
You know of it already. I may or may not have applied for a job with them.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? So that'll be interesting, to say the least. I'm involved in a group DM on X, and all of us that are.
It's called Twitter.
No, it's called X.
No.
Stop dead naming it.
Dad!
What?
It's an app.
Yeah, it's called X.
It
is
called
X.
Called
Twitter. Gentlemen, make sure you raise your kids right. So, needless to say, in that group DM, we've all decided that we're going to try to get together so we meet face to face. So it's not like, oh, I've been talking to this guy on the internet for, however many years. Yeah. And I've never met him. So can you really call somebody your friend if you've never met them? And even if you share like your deepest, darkest secrets and they've done the same to you, can you still call someone your friend if you've never met them face to face?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't quite have an answer.
Look, lady,
I'm trying not to break things.
you're not going to break it. Just move it. Okay. Just moving the mic around. So
I don't know. I mean, people say they're in a relationship with people, like a romantic relationship when they've never met. I think it's real effing weird, but it happens.
Yeah. Like who?
You don't want me to name it.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No.
Initials.
ST.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true.
I told you.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say it out loud.
But in fairness, they've met.
Now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I hope so. They're engaged. But yeah. So, wish them the best. So, needless to say, we've got a lot of things going on for SHOT Show. And I will tell you that Jefe will be missed. He's not going to be able to come because, the addition to the family. The cat. God, this cat.
He's
again,
just being
Phantom
a kitten.
is being a menace.
He's just being a kitten.
He almost unplugged the audio interface.
Well, that's because his toy was too close to it.
So a lot of things going on. I will say that since Jefe is not going to be able to go, I will probably lean on you, Nan, since you are the what do you call it?
Extrovert.
Extrovert, yeah.
Who likes to talk?
Mm-hmm. Ask questions.
I'm not good at questions.
Yeah, you are.
Not about things that I'm not familiar with.
So here's what I'm going to tell you. This is going to be the guide. So what I'll have you do is anytime that I am interviewing someone, like the top things that we need to know is release date.
Okay.
What is the expected MSRP?
Okay.
Right. So how much is it going to cost? And we'll probably come up with one other thing to make sure that we have the information that everybody has. There's three main questions. I can't think of the third one right now, but three major ones. And the first two is, when is it going to be available?
Mm-hmm. How much does it cost?
How much is going to cost? Probably, what other offerings along with this are you going to have? So is it going to be
just
if it's
pistol,
a rifle, is it going to be 5.56, 300 blackout, so on and so forth. So, but at the very least, the top two.
When does it come out? How much does it cost?
Exactly. See, old dogs. Look at that.
You call me old?
No.
Younger than you are, dude. Younger than you are.
There were two options in that. Oh, I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know.
Because you're sick.
I can handle it. I'm a big girl.
No, but yeah. So you're going to be, I can guarantee you the first day you're going to be overwhelmed.
Okay.
Not range day. Range days, you've been to range days.
Yeah.
At TriggerCon, I've tried to explain to you, okay, here's TriggerCon. Now multiply it by 20. You know?
Is it really by 20?
It probably is.
I mean, I know, I know that the booths are like times 50. But is
cases.
range day like times 20?
No. Range day is probably twice the size.
Okay.
Yeah.
So manageable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we'll start at one end and just all the way down to the other end. And then we'll probably be done by 2. And that gives us.
When does it start?
We have to be at the buses by like, call it 7:30, I think.
Okay. So we can kind of go out day one.
What, on Sunday?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It'll depend on when everybody shows up, but we're going to hit the German restaurant.
Oh, right away.
Well, either Sunday night or Monday night.
Okay.
It's usually it's Monday night.
Yeah.
But it may be. Well, Rodrigo probably won't. I don't think he shows up until Monday. So we'll probably do it Monday night.
You know what we can do Sunday?
What's that?
The one thing that I want to do.
Oh God. So Nan, for those of you who are listening, Nan has a very unhealthy obsession with New Kids on the Block. And she has to go to every single Wahlburgers
that I can find, that I cross paths with.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the exact same food everywhere she goes.
I mean, I think I've only been to 9.
9. Only 9.
Only 9.
Only 9. Of how many?
Oh, I don't even know how many locations
12.
are. Shut your face. There's one in Boston I never went to. 2 in Boston I never went to. I didn't know there was one at the airport. I only hit 3 out of the 5 in Boston. I've never been to the Chicago one. That's on my list because that's the one that Donnie frequents because he lives close. A lot of them have shut down. We're not going to talk about why.
Why?
I don't know. I honestly don't.
Is that why we're not talking about it?
Yeah, because I don't know. But there is 1, maybe 2 in Vegas. There's over 90.
It might be because the food sucks.
The food is not bad. It's really not. You go there with me and you think it's okay. Coriana likes it.
Yeah, I go. You
my
know,
kids like it.
You know as well as I do that I am not a picky eater, so I will eat anything. And we go so that you're happy.
Yeah, it's a good time.
So there we go. There's that. There's SHOT Show. Spent about freaking 15 minutes talking about SHOT Show, but from there, we are going to be interviewing our buddy Jake. Like I said, we were supposed to do a 2-part, but now because of the audio issues, we're going to have to redo it. And it'll probably just be kind of pulled together in a 1-part series since Jefe should be able to join us for the next recording. So that'll be great. Jake is with Mantis Tech. So if you guys are familiar with the Mantis X shooting simulator and the Mantis Blackbeard, those are really good training and dry firing devices.
Yeah, they're super cool.
Yep. And so we had a really good conversations. I'm really upset. I'm very upset that the audio didn't come through because we had some great conversations, not only about the Mantis products, some of the new stuff that's coming out, but also just an opportunity to allow you guys to know who he is, how much passion he has for the Second Amendment, and things that he'd like to get into as well, such as like NRL 22 competition shooting. Mm-hmm. And we talked about hunting for a long time, and man, it's just
I loved how he was super excited to learn about the NRL 22 competitions.
NRL 22, yeah.
NRL, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then just realized that you were the one running them.
Oh, yeah.
Or was told, and he was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, Jake's local. He frequents the same gun shop that I frequent, and we know all of the same people, but had never put those points together until they've just here recently started being put together. So,
yeah. Well, he's a good dude. I like him.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a good dude. He's got the gift of gab too, which is something I appreciate. So we'll be doing a follow-up with him. We're going to re-record that podcast for you guys, which will be good. I know that there are some individuals who I immensely respect that do not like the concept of these types of trainers, that they're just removing money out of your pocket to, buy a gadget. And I also really respected Jake hearing me say that and then saying, hey, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Here's the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And here's some of the things that we've been able to do. And I'm not going to take any thunder out of his sails, but wind out of his sails, thunder out of his cloud.
You do want to remove the thunder from people's sails.
You do. Yeah. So, but he had some great things to say, and so we'll have him on. We're going to have Joe from Firearms Freedom Foil podcast. We're going to have him back on. He and I have been talking about collaborating on the on a podcast on its own, like on Freedom Foil. So like it would be the Freedom Foil Live Laugh LARP podcast that we just talk about a conspiracy theory, and instead of Mary being on, if she's not feeling it,
it'd be you.
it'd be me.
That'd be fun. I'd still listen.
Yeah,
I do like Mary, but I'd still listen.
No, yeah, we love Mary.
I've never met her, but I love her.
I'm sure that we would get along smashingly.
Yes, smashingly.
So we'll have Joe back on, and several other guests too. So we've got those coming up. April is going to be Kalash Bash. Yay. Super excited. So very happy for Clay and Rachel and Tony and the guys with Dissident. They sold out the competition like
freakishly fast
in an hour.
Freakishly fast.
Yes. And at last count, I heard they had something like 416 competitors, which is the largest competitor base ever, which is a little nerve-wracking, to be honest with you.
Well, and they're doing it differently this year too, so they can allow for more.
Yeah. They're also doing the giveaway a little bit different too.
Oh, they're doing that on Saturday instead of Sunday.
Correct. Yep. So
I was listening.
Those people who are there for general admission, for the bonfire, for the concert.
No, those tickets are still available,
yes,
correct?
Those are general admission. So there's I don't know what the cap is on that, but it's every year it's usually around 1,500 people.
Wow.
And then there's competitors on top of that.
Oh, okay.
So Glash Bash is going to be great. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm a little nervous about the competition aspect of it, because each year the goal is to improve from last year.
What were you last year? Top third?
76
out of
283. So top fourth, top quarter, top 25.
76 out of 283?
I think it was 283.
26.8.
Yep. So basically top quarter. So, or maybe I was maybe it was 72nd. I don't remember.
Well, you're right around 25%.
Yeah.
Either way.
So, and then once we get done with Kalash Bash, we're going to be doing a podcast out there as well, kind of very similar to the shit show special that we'll be doing at SHOT Show.
Is that what you're going to call it?
Yeah.
Can you call it that?
Oh, yeah. I can call it whatever I want.
Will they let you, or do you have to asterisk the I?
Who?
To title it.
I don't know. They let us do it last year.
Oh, okay.
But
I don't know the podcast rules.
I don't either. So I just keep on going until they
tell you something.
Yep. So like we did last year, we'll have a Kalash Bash special, just allowing people to come by and talking to them. I can.
Yeah.
Yep.
I enjoyed it. It was entertaining.
It was fun. So there's that piece of it, and then May will be Kalashnikon, which looking forward to it because I
don't think I have the dates of that written down yet. You're gonna have to tell me.
Don't know if they've announced it yet.
Okay,
but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the first weekend of May.
Okay, it's that close because isn't Kalash Bash the end of April?
I thought it was 1st of April.
Oh, is it?
I don't remember, but yeah, they're going to be pretty close together. So anyway,
you're right. Kalash is the first weekend of April.
Yep. So we'll do a podcast on what happened there. Came in 4th this year, which was awesome.
You did.
Highest I've ever placed in any competition. Shooting competition, that is. I took 2nd in pole vaulting in high school and 3rd.
Well, we don't need to talk about my coloring contest wins. So
yeah. This lady freaking does a coloring contest at work every single year, and you've won it.
I didn't start the coloring competition. I just now encourage it to keep happening.
So, but you head it up though, don't you?
I do now.
Yeah,
Because I have to make sure it happens so that I can win.
exactly. And you've won every single year except
3 years I have not won, but 1 year I call bullshit because mine was the best.
but the other person used glitter.
Yep, anti-glitter. However, I did use glitter this year. No, she beat me because she used glitter. Hers was awful. Mine was not. The second time, have I just lost twice? No, Keegan beat me once.
Well, you didn't win last year.
I didn't win last year, and I took third. That was the first time I've ever taken third.
Oof.
Ugh, it was hard.
Still on the podium.
Yeah, number 1 was awful. Number 2 was actually good. So I understand why I lost to number 2, but it's okay. I have the title back now.
You do. So there you guys have it. I know that everybody was eagerly awaiting to hear
About the coloring contest.
the details on the coloring contest.
They're going to be like, get Nan off the podcast. We don't care.
But outside of that, that's kind of what we have for the first half, probably first third of the year anyway. I'm going to have a number of different guests as well. One of the guests that we're going to be looking at is, I got to bring up my my notes here real quick from Jefe, because we are always chatting as to
who to bring on.
So we're going to have Polite but Dangerous on the podcast. He runs a company called Polite but Dangerous Tools. Really cool knife maker. Some really, really cool stuff. I entered in on a giveaway with them just about a month ago, so didn't win. Imagine that. And then we also have, what is the name? We're going to have a suppressor company come on, which is going to be really pretty cool. They are, let's see, QSL suppressors. I had to look up my notes there. They have some suppressors that a lot of people just are not, I don't want to say, they just kind of float underneath the radar, I guess is the best way to say it. And my understanding is that they have pretty good stuff. So we're going to talk about that. I know one of the local dealers have some of their inventory. So yeah, we'll see about that. And then we'll get some other, Risky Krisky. We're trying to sync our schedules with him. We were supposed to have him for this episode, but then that fell through.
Yep.
Because Jefe, had a baby.
That was the night Jefe had a baby.
And then, so then that led into Christmas and traveling and everything else. So, but we'll have Risky Krisky on, so we'll be able to talk about some really cool conspiracy theories with him. And the biggest thing, though, is he was on site in North Carolina for Hurricane Helene, so we'll be able to chat with him and see what he saw as a first responder, which is going to be really cool, I think.
Yeah.
And talk about some of the survival aspects. Things that people probably just don't think about that you might need in a natural disaster type situation. I think it's going to be pretty cool. So there's a couple of the different guests that we have. And yeah. And then whenever Jefe can't be here, obviously, Dan.
I like to jump in.
You like to jump in with both feet. So there's that. We're going to party tonight.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Like it's 2025?
2025, that's right.
I don't know how that saying should go since it's no longer 1999.
It could still be 1999.
You know what's crazy, though?
Huh.
Y2K? 25 years ago. That's how old we are.
You don't have to remind me. I've got the gray on my beard to remind me.
I've got the gray. You know what I just found? I have 2 gray eyebrow hairs over here now.
Oh, you just found those?
Yeah. 2.
They're every morning when I open my eyes, they're like, "What's up, man?"
That was not nice. Not nice to do to a girl who has a cough.
Well,
Well, I just found them, so sorry they're up in your face.
I'm starting to see more and more gray hair in my hair, like in on
Oh.
top of my head.
I have it all over my head, and I'm not
Yeah.
worried about that. That's what
So-
hair dye is for. You know what? We could dye your beard.
We could. A different color though,
Can we make it bright
like
pink?
black.
Well, it's got to be black if it's going to be anything. You know my plan.
Can we please make it bright pink?
No, we're not gonna make it bright pink.
We're not dyeing your beard, but it's a good joke.
It is a good joke. It's an inside joke. We know someone who dyes their beard, and it does not look good.
Not at all.
Not at all.
It's
So-
awful.
And it's one of those situations. It's like you just really can't. You can't say anything. Well, you did say something.
Oh, I instantly said something, and
Yes.
and said person got real defensive.
Correct.
Real defensive.
And then continued to do it.
Yeah, still does it. And now it's an inside joke between me and many, many of my friends who also know said party. And in my defense, I did not bring it up to them. They brought it up to me. So there's that.
All right. So there you guys have it. We're going to probably wind things down here. Just a real quick one before our holiday festivities begin, because we are recording this on the eve of New Year's. So, but thanks for all of the support from you guys this year. We also want to say a huge thank you to Atero Arms for supporting the channel, supporting the podcast rather, since the beginning. And we really do appreciate that. I hope you guys were able to listen to the podcast with Jesse. If you haven't, it is the podcast just before this one. So just, check it out. And, if you're interested in some mounting solutions for your AK,
They've got it for you.
they've got it. Okay. You know the deal. Come on. Last 30 seconds.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't have time to think about this.
I know. It's like you didn't have a chance to, take notes.
Oh, crap.
You can make it real simple. Like what's today as people are listening to this?
It's New Year's Eve.
Oh, yes. No, it's for them.
Oh, it's New Year's Day.
We said this once.
I
before.
know. Yeah, I'm on antibiotics and I haven't slept well in like a week and a half. Therefore, you haven't slept well in a
No,
week and a half.
I've not.
Do good things. I don't know.
Yep. There you go. Or you could just say Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year. Woo!
Go make goals and do good things, and go
Oh,
touch grass.
Go touch grass.
Yeah.
Actually, take your shoes off and touch the carpet with your feet.
That's only after you go flying.
Oh, that's only after flying.
Yeah, it's only after flying.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, they could do that now too.
You have to take your shoes and your socks off.
Oh,
If anybody has made it this far in the podcast and you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comment section of Spotify, because you can leave comments now, and I will get you a 10% off coupon for Atero Arms.
well, there you go.
There you go. So if you guys are interested in that, or you can just ping me on Instagram, or
YouTube.
yeah, YouTube.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can leave a comment on YouTube, or you can just email us.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's that. Okay, so we're going to head get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us on this one. Again,
Hey, you didn't. Oh, I guess you did
What?
give your 30 seconds.
yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did.
Sorry. I'm just going to stop talking
See?
now.
Once again, doesn't listen to me. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's. You're not too hungover, and we will catch you in 2025. Oh, Little Bean wants to say something.
Hi, happy New Year.
There
Please
you-
don't get too drunk.
Well, they are actually hungover at this point because we're not recording.
Oh, right. I hope you drink Gatorade. Drink a lot.
There you go. Electrolytes are.
Hydrate.
Yep. So, okay, guys, appreciate it, and we will catch you guys later. As always, don't forget to live, laugh, and LARP. Bye, y'all.